everybody. My name is Shadow the Pharaoh. I'm a bodybuilder who lives in my camper. The reason I started living in my camper is because I was at one point living at my grandparents, and I was trying to save money to get into my own place and everything like that. And me and my grandparents just didn't see eye to eye on everything. And my grandparents also really just wanted their house back. That was the biggest thing, is they just wanted their house back. They didn't want their 28-year-old grandkids still living there and everything. And so my grandparents kicked me out. Luckily, a few months before my grandparents kicked me out, I bought this camper, and ever since then I've been living in my camper, just trying to make things work. So yeah, I just got done at the gym a little bit ago. I'm here cooking some food on my little portable smoker that I have out here. Have my generator going. Good evening, Dizziest Darling. Just here. Thank you for joining my live tonight. I truly appreciate it. Just talking about how I ended up living in my camper. The story goes, I was living at my grandparents, and I'm cooking some food right now. It's out on my little portable smoker. I just figured I'd go live while my food's cooking and kind of tell my story a little bit. Good evening, Roman Ferris. Thank you guys so much for joining my live. Oh, there's a bunch of people in here now. But yeah, I'm just here cooking, explaining my life. But yeah, so I was living at my grandparents, and they wanted their house back, and we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. And so my grandparents kicked me out, and luckily a few months before they kicked me out, I bought this camper that I'm living in now. And this camper has kind of been the only reason that if I really had anywhere to live. So I've been in my camper a little over a year now with me and my 3 pit bulls, trying to save money. And I work 2 jobs day in and day out every single day, trying to make time to go to the gym, so that way I can do my bodybuilding and everything. And Roman Ferris, you really shouldn't know what. Sorry, it's kind of confusing. I don't know what you're saying that about. But yeah, no, I've been working 2 jobs trying to get to a point where I can maybe get out of my camper. And every time I get to a point where I can even get caught up on my bills, something happens with my truck, or I have to fix something on the camper. And so it's just been a whole ordeal of trying to get my life back together over the last year. What do I do as work? I do underground electrical as my main job, and then for my second job, I do dishes at a retirement home. I'm your favorite YouTuber. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm super small, so that surprises me that somebody's saying that, to be honest with you. Never had a whole lot of followers or anything like that. I've just recently got over 200 followers, and I've been doing social media for a long time, probably close to 10 years. I started doing social media with longboarding, and then I mean, I still longboard here and there, but I don't like do it seriously like I did way back in the day. And then it turned into my music page, and my music page is still up. It's got the most amount of followers on anything, actually. My Shadow the Pharaoh on Instagram has almost 500 followers. That's my goal for my fitness pages by the end of February, is to hit 500 followers on each platform, at least one of them. But that's the goal, is to hit at least 500 by the end of February. Dizzy, thank you. I appreciate that so much. I've only done a couple of these before. Wow, you really should work out and keep up the good work. One day you will be a great YouTuber. I really, really hope I will one day. Everybody's got to start small. I work out every single day, even with me working 2 jobs. I always make it to the gym. There's 2 days a week where I'm not working 2 jobs, and that's Wednesdays and Thursdays. So tomorrow I won't be working 2 jobs, so I'll be able to get to the gym a little bit earlier. But My favorite time to go to the gym is about 4:30 in the morning. But with me working two jobs, that doesn't usually happen. It usually ends up happening after work. I'll work two jobs and then I'll go to the gym for 2 or 3 hours after work. That's why it's midnight and I'm just barely cooking dinner because I worked two jobs today. And now I'm here cooking dinner because I went to the gym after work. Normally my voice isn't this shitty. I'm getting over a cold, so that's kind of part of the issue. Normally my voice is a lot smoother, deeper, and yeah, it's just right now my voice is really shitty just because I was sick forever. I don't really consider everybody on here fans. I want you all to be more like friends and family. Fans is cool, but fans I think is more for like music and stuff like that. Here I'm just trying to build a really good community of gym people and people who like me as a person, like to hear my story, like to hear the things that I've been through. Dirt Play said, "Hi, good evening to you, sir, or ma'am." Sorry, I can't really tell. It looks like a guy, but I could be wrong. I don't want to get into whole calling you the wrong gender, so I apologize. Good evening to you. um, but yeah, so just out here living my life in my camper, trying to get everything situated. I don't know if you're able to access it, but if you go into the description, there should be a link to donate. If anybody can or is willing to donate to help me and my dogs get out of this camper. Thank you, Dirt Play. I hope you do too. 8 minutes, and I've had almost 30 people in here at one time. We're down to 3. I hope everybody here is having a great night. I appreciate you all for staying and listening to the things that I have to say. What's your goal, Dirt Play? Mine is to reach 500 followers on all platforms by the end of February. So what's your goal? I'm trying to reach 500 by the end of February. What's your goal by the end of February? Quiet, doggos. I'll let you in a minute. Trying to reach 1,000 by your birthday, and Valentine's Day is your birthday. How close are you? No, it doesn't let me see it. How close are you to your 1,000? You're at 900? That's awesome. On YouTube, I just reached 200, so I'm almost halfway there to the 500 on YouTube. On Instagram, on my fitness page, I have 170, I think, and then on my TikTok, I've got 175. That's awesome. The most views I have on a video, I think, is 7,000, and that was from 2 years ago on this page. And then I stopped making content for a while in the gym. I just got completely overwhelmed with a lot of stuff and just didn't want to be on social media. So I stopped everything with social media for like a year. And that's one of the things that I wish I did not do, because I could be a whole lot farther with social media had I not quit for like a year. I just was going through some shit and just did not want to be on social media. We're down to 0 followers. That's sad. I lost my mom when I was 13 years old, so I know how that is, man. It's really hard to lose a parent. And I apologize that you lost your mom. I hope it wasn't as tragic as me losing my mom. I don't hope it was expected, but I hope it wasn't through taking their own life like I did. That's terrible. I didn't realize how young you are. My page isn't supposed to have people this young on here, or that young on here. It's supposed to be 18 or over, I believe, on most stuff, just because I vape and smoke and stuff like that. If you ever need anything, feel free to reach out on Instagram. That's where I respond the best. It should be the same app as this YouTube at Pharrohs Fitness Official. If you go there and message me if you ever need anything, I'm always here. I still have a small enough following that I'm able to answer pretty much every message that I get. That's sad. Cancer is a really shitty thing. I've lost a couple family members to cancer. You're welcome. I'm always here for people. I want to see people succeed, especially if they're going through stuff like that. You may not have lost your mom to the same way that I did when I was a kid, but you're still young and you still deserve to be heard and to have somebody there for you, because I didn't have anyone there when I was a kid. My dad was working. My stepmom didn't like me. It was just me. My stepmom, like I said, my stepmom didn't like me, so I wasn't allowed to hang out with friends and stuff like that. All I really had was myself. My sister was able to hang out with friends, but not me. I started my first job right a few months before my mom died, and I was cleaning up horse shit. I was cleaning up horse shit from 12 to 14, and then I made a mistake, and I tried taking the lady that I was working for, I tried taking her checkbook and signing checks and getting them cashed. I got myself in big trouble for that. Oh, that's awesome, bro. I appreciate that so much. Means a lot to me getting people to subscribe to my accounts. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate you, man, for staying here. Looks like you're the only one in the chat right now, so even just one person that I can affect, that's my goal in this world, is to help one person, whether it's through my fitness or anything like that. My goal is to help people. I don't really care how many followers I have. I would like to get like the sufficient amount, but I don't really care about all these different people following me. I care about helping people. That's what I want in life, is to help people. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna go check on my burger. I'll be right back. What's up, buddy? Thank you, Dirt Vids. I really appreciate you, man. Even if you're one person, but from different accounts, it means a lot to me. It helps me out. It helps the algorithm show more of my content to more people, the more followers I get. Again, anyone who's new, I apologize about my voice. I got sick about a week and a half ago, and I haven't gained my voice completely back. So I'm trying to get my voice back, and I'm just trying to talk to you guys and build up a good community. Thank you for everybody who's in here. Looks like we're back down to one person, but yeah, this is what I do. I'm just trying to make a living, working 2 jobs and social media, and just trying to get out of my camper. I guess my story me being homeless really goes back a whole lot longer than just this last year of living in my camper. It's really been since I was 17. I was living at my aunt's house, and I started doing some stuff that they didn't like. They were Molly Mormon. They didn't like the fact that I was starting to vape and drink a little bit, and I actually wasn't drinking a whole lot or anything. I was mostly vaping, and my aunt did not like the fact that I was vaping, And so they kicked me out when they found out that I was vaping, and they gave me one warning before they found me with another vape, and they kicked me out then. I went and lived with a friend for a few weeks in their house, and their parents were trying to get me to stay there. But at this point, I started smoking weed and doing stuff like that, and I wasn't trying to be at my really mom and friend's house when I would constantly smell like weed and everything. And so I ended up going and couch hopping at my other friend's house, and I would smoke weed there all the time. And at the time, I had like $8,000 saved up, and then I started smoking weed, and all that went down the drain. I lost all my money, was hanging out with the wrong friends, and ever since then, because I wasn't old enough to get my own place, I just didn't use that money for wise shit, because I was only 17 at the time. And so I was couch hopping for like 2 or 3 years, and well, actually, during couch hopping, I tried moving down to Moab, Utah for this one girl, and we didn't end up actually dating. We hung out a little bit, but we didn't end up dating. And so after that, I ended up getting in trouble down there, and I got caught with weed, and they sent me to a group home. And at that group home, I wasn't able to leave the group home until I graduated high school. I ended up graduating high school 6 months early just so I could get out of that group home. It was right after I turned 18. It was January 4th, 2016 that I ended up graduating. And I turned 18 December 1st. And so I was able to get out of that group home just because I had graduated. After that group home, I went back to couch hopping, and I got this girlfriend, and I stayed with her for like 2 or 3 years at her parents' house. And then me and my buddy, we were both broke and being dumb, and we stole a bunch of movies from them, and we went and pawned all those movies and sold all the movies. And one day after we collected a bunch of movies, her dad saw us bringing the movies from the back garage or something like that, and asked us about it, and we ended up confessing and everything, and they kicked us out that day. We were couch hopping again, and I called an aunt, and she said that I could maybe go down and help my grandparents for a while, because they were having some health issues and stuff like that, and they could just use the extra help. And so I went and lived with my grandparents for a little bit. Good evening, Roman Ferris again. I went and helped my grandparents for a few years, and that's kind of where I was 4 or 5 years on and off that I was at my grandparents. I got my own apartment for a little bit, and then I had to go through a surgery. I ended up losing that apartment. I ended up back at my grandparents for a little bit, and then that's when they ended up kicking me out, was when my last year, and ever since then, that's when I've been in my camper. Roman Ferris, I'm sorry your dad is dead. That's really sad. I lost my mom when I was really young, so really apologize to you, dude. It's really sad. Thank you for everybody who keeps hitting the hearts. I see that. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys mean the world to me. You guys want to hear any other stories? How I got my felony? What do you guys want to hear? I can get my felony. I just lowered down to a misdemeanor. I just gotta pay a lot of money to a lawyer to get that done. Sorry, you guys, I was putting my bun for my burger into my little toaster oven so that way it can toast a little bit before my burger's done. Dizzy's Dolling said, "Hey dude, how's your food going?" It's almost done. Like I said, I just barely put my bun into my toaster oven so that way my bun can be toasted a little bit. The burger looks like it's almost done. So, just a few more minutes and it should be done. Thank you for coming back to my live, though. I really appreciate you. We've had up to 30 people in here at one time, and it keeps going down to 1 or 2, and then back up to like 20, and then, yeah. The one tat on my neck, where's the light? The scorpion. Big old fucking scorpion. I got this right after I had a pet scorpion. Same with this one. Got both my scorpion tattoos after I got a pet scorpion. Then this one is a music note with a skull coming out of it because I'm a musician. I've got a lot more tattoos though. This one is everyone's favorite, the one on my shoulder. I love this tattoo too. And it goes down to this hourglass on my forearm, down to this mushroom skull with a fairy on it on my forearm. And then, what else do I got? I've got this badass piece on my leg. I don't know how well it's gonna show in the video, but it's Alice in Wonderland with the Cheshire Cat. I have a couple on my back, but the ones on my back are really fucking shitty. Thank you. Spent a lot of money on tattoos, so probably like $4 grand in my tattoos. I need to get that jacket back on. It's fucking freezing in here. Thank you to all the new people who've recently joined the live. Just here while I'm cooking my dinner. Trying to get used to doing lives. I want to start doing this more often, every night, every couple nights. I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but I do want to try and start doing more lives. Hey, Sarah girl, what's up? I guess it's good they're on your back. If you don't like them, though, that way they're behind you, lol, but like your tats, they're neat. Thank you. It's not that I don't like those tats. One of them never got finished because the lady died, and then the other one I got when I was 16 years old, and so it's just really, really faded. I plan on getting them either touched up or finished or covered. I also have this really shitty one on my side that I got when I was 16. I think I might just get that one laser off just because I'm kind of narcissistic about my abs. After being a bodybuilder for so long, right now they don't look that good because I'm in the middle of a bulk, but I normally have really nice abs, and this tattoo fucking ruins the definition of them. So, I don't know, I gotta figure something out. Yeah, it was crazy. My friend got me that tattoo on my back when I graduated high school, and a few months later the tattoo artist died and we just never got it finished. It was the one on my side is supposed to be a wolf on a little pinnacle, but the dude who did it was drunk. He's actually the one who did the wolf on my back that looked good at the time when it was finished, but like I said, I got it when I was 16 years old and it's faded hella bad. Probably can't see it that well because I have terrible lighting in this crazy. But that's that tattoo on my back. Sup, Slim Shady? It's funny because I used to get called that in high school all the time. No, it's not the worst. Like I said, the one on my side is definitely a lot worse. Hey Sarah, I have one tattoo and it's a lemon. It's a cover-up of a shitty $40 mistake I made in my kitchen. Hey, that's all right. This, the one on my upper arm up here that was the lady, it's actually a cover-up from a tattoo that I had that was supposed to, it's a song from Godsmack, Love, Hate, Sex, and Pain, that was written across my shoulder. And then I was going to get a Godsmack son above it with the tattoo artist. I moved away from where he was at, and it just never got finished. And I decided I want to do other things on my arm. And so I ended up getting that nun that's going that has two different faces. And then this one here, the fairy mushroom thing. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but right there, that you can kind of see the old tattoo that was under there. My buddy, he was drunk and he was like, I want to do my first tattoo, and my dumb ass at 17 was like, we'll let you do a tattoo. I had him do the fucking Sonic the Hedgehog logo on my wrist, and it came out really shitty, and so I ended up getting it covered a few years ago. Tattoos seem so awesome, but I can't get anything permanent on my body like tats or piercings because of strict religious rules. I grew up in a religion where I was technically not supposed to do that, but I grew out of religion, mainstream religion. How do you get so buff? Dude, I work out every single day. Every day. Doesn't matter if I'm working 2 jobs or not. I work out every single day. But the cover-up is an amazing cover-up. For a long time, that was actually one of my favorite tattoos, so I got the one up on my shoulder. What do you mean LGBT tats, dude? None of my tats are fucking LGBT. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go check on my burger. What's up, buddy? Putin U235, no, I don't have any advice for you. Beef Jorky looks like you're holding in a fart, definitely not. Right? These people are so fucking weird. What the fuck, why would you think this is a gay channel? I'm a fucking bodybuilder, dude. Just because I have my shirt off in the fucking picture doesn't mean I'm fucking gay. I do have a job. I work 2 jobs, buddy. I work underground electrical. I do dishes at a retirement home. Hey, Sarah, yeah, they are. Doesn't matter what you're trying to do, there's always going to be trolls. You know what my favorite saying is? Haters only hate... how does it go? Haters don't hate you for doing less than them. Haters hate you for doing more than they do. So, that's all I have to say about all these guys. I don't mind working at the retirement home. Honestly, they pay me almost as much as I get paid doing underground electrical, so I don't really mind doing it. The guy that I currently work for is kind of a dick and pays me really low wages, so I'd actually rather go work for them making almost as much as he pays me than I would to be over there working for him. So Frederick Fumble. Okay, that's kind of understandable. I get where you're coming from about a lot of bodybuilders being gay. I'm not one of them, though. I'm very straight, because right now my voice is all fucked up from having a cold. That I was so sick, dude. I've never been that sick in my life, and it's fucked up my voice. Normally my voice is a lot deeper and a lot smoother, but right now I'm just trying to recover from that. No, I don't want your free jar, but I'm sorry. Ozzy, no. Johnny Fab, hey, how are you tonight, man? Sarzan, I love how this channel always champions LGBT plus culture. I love to be part of it. What are you talking about, dude? I have nothing to do with the LGBT plus community. I could care less about that. I really could. Federal agent, no, I'm not a fucking lady. Obviously, I'm not a fucking lady. Like, the fuck do you think? Alright, I'm just gonna fucking start banning all these trolls. No, I'm not Asian. I don't know where I get that look, but I've been asked ever since I was a kid if I'm Asian. I'm actually German and Scottish. Not as much as I used to. I used to drink a lot, and then I started bodybuilding, and occasionally I'll drink with my buddies, but no, I don't usually drink. Okay, I'm just letting anybody know who's a troll. I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking mute you or hide you on this because this is ridiculous. Aloha from Hawaii. Good evening, Mace. How are you? Frank Martin, you're into calisthenics? That's awesome. I do a little bit of calisthenics. I mostly do weightlifting, though. Johnny Fab, I am great. How are you, man? My dad says that being an electrician is the best work or bee job. Would you agree? As long as I'm getting paid good for it, I actually really don't mind it. It's keeps me physical all day long, and I learn a lot. I don't do general electrical though. I've wired up houses and done commercial. That's not what I usually do though. I normally dig a trench, lay a pipe in there, and then we'll send a huge ass wire through that pipe, and we do a lot of like city work and stuff like that. So I don't just do like regular electrical. My stuff is all buried under the ground. Yeah, I am poor. I'm living in a camper in the middle of the desert, and it's super fucking cold. So yeah, I'm wearing a hoodie indoors, bud. I might be a grunt worker, but I'm still working. Johnny Fab, you're getting your car back? That's awesome, dude. You're in a camper in New Mexico with no... I don't give a fuck, dude. Doesn't mean it's not cold here. BMCK question. Are you Alaskan? No, I'm not Alaskan. I'm from Utah. Buddy, move. I don't know what you're talking about, bud. I am German and Scottish. I am German. My mom actually moved from Germany when she was 8 years old, so I don't know how you can't say I'm not German, bud. I've always been a Wolverine guy, so I'd say probably Wolverine. They're just hating because they're not me. Like I said before, haters don't hate you because you're doing less than them. Haters hate you because you're doing more than them. I know there's a mirror behind me. No, it's on a tripod, bro. It's in front of an animal crate, though. I've got 3 dogs, and I don't let them roam around the trailer while I'm at work. Sarah Danielle, hello from New Zealand. That's awesome that I have somebody watching all the way out in New Zealand. Quit, bud. I'm gonna let you in a minute. What do you mean? I've got milk in my little cooler. Just because I live in a camper doesn't mean I'm that broke, bro. Brittany, thank you. We just did a whole show of all my tattoos. I've got a scorpion on my neck, skull with music note. I'm not going to take off my hoodie right now and show the rest. I don't know. I was told it's because of my Scottish heritage where I got those eyes, but I'm not 100% sure. No, I don't have a cat. I've only got dogs. My dogs would eat a cat. Alright, William, I've tried letting you on here, and you're just being a pain in my ass, so. You have. I appreciate that. Mimiro No said, I've been watching your content for a while now. Great content. Thank you. Memori. No, I'm not Asian. I've said that 3 times now. Dude, I'm not fucking gay. I don't fucking get where you're getting all this fucking from. Anyone who's being a fucking dick, I'm automatically fucking hiding your shit on my channel, dude. It's not fucking. Here in a few minutes, I'm actually gonna go to bed. I gotta get up early as fuck for work. Just needed to cook some dinner, and I'm trying to build a good community on here. So when I'm cooking dinner and stuff, I'm trying to do more lives and do more stuff on here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna go to bed here in a few minutes. We're at 45 minutes on the live. Once I hit an hour, I'm probably gonna go to bed. Mamiri Evo, what makes you think we might be related? Why do I think that I can get bigger? Because it's all about eating, bro. Eating and exercising. More calories you eat, the bigger you're gonna get. I can't really see your profile picture, bro. But from what I can tell, it doesn't really look like we look alike. It's probably because they took my fucking profile picture and fucking copied it. That's what it looks like. Yeah, they fucking screenshotted my picture and put it as theirs. Quit dodging what? I answered your question. I literally said it's because I eat. I exercise. I lift weight. Which one? I didn't see any other question, dude. Brittany, I do underground electrical and I work for retirement home doing dishes. Dude, I don't see any other question from you. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not fucking Asian again. Like I've said 3 times, I'm German and Scottish. Kratos, shut up. I will let you in a minute. Quit, bud. I'll let you in, dude. Don't worry. Where the fuck did I put that? There it is. Yeah, I know. We were just talking about that. The Mamiri. If I could go all the way into that, I can guarantee you. Oh, yeah. See, they fucking changed it and fucking put it as someone else now because they know that I fucking caught them. I'm 28. We're not going to be rude to other people in my chat, dude. Being rude to me is one thing, but being rude to somebody else, what the fuck? Why am I not Asian? Because I don't know. I was born to a fucking German and Scottish family. I don't know why I'm not Asian. Brittany does look like she's nice. A lot of you look like you're really nice people. Some of you aren't acting like you are, though. Alright, dude. You're gone. I've fucking given you enough opportunities to. Quit. I will let you guys in a minute. Thank you for everybody who's actually nice and doesn't mean a troll and talking shit. It's really hard to do these when every other comment is just fucking bullshit. I know I'm not your fucking favorite creator, but I'm trying. I know I'm super small and everybody hates on small creators, but I'm just not going to put up with it. Brittany, you're welcome. People like that piss me off. I try and give them a chance and I let them know that I'm taking people out of the chat for doing that kind of stuff, and then they continue doing it. And it's just disrespectful, and I don't like disrespect. So if you're going to be disrespectful in my chat, you can just leave. That's how I feel. Like I've said a million times, though, haters don't hate you for doing less than them. Haters hate you for doing more than they do. Drew, no, I'm not biracial. I am German and Scottish. I've been told that the Asian eyes come from my Scottish line, but I'm not 100% sure. Quit! Well, we got about 9 more minutes, and I think I'm going to hop off of here. I got to go to bed. I got to be up for work early, so. I think my hair just looks blonde. I mean, it's dirty blonde, but it's more like a brown color. But it does look really good in the light compared to my eyes. Giving speed vibes. I don't know about Scottish. What do you mean speed vibes? I don't do speed, dude. I just smoke weed. Yeah, it's because we don't like people who are dicks and disrespectful here. You're gone now too, buddy. I have fucking 9 minutes left on this live, and you're fucking getting yourself taken off. Yeah, I think it's just the lighting though, because you can kind of tell when I move it around that it's actually kind of dark. But it, I think it looks good with my eyes. My eyes like shine golden in the sun. I love my eyes in the sun. I will, Brittany. It looks like there's only like 4 or 5 people left in here anyways. Most of them have all been removed because they can't be respectful. But I truly appreciate you being here and giving me compliments. It makes me feel a lot better, especially doing this. Pari Putt, what do you think? Do you think I'm Elon Musk? Do I look like I have $1 billion? Do I look like I own Tesla? I have a lot of good business ideas like he does, but I don't have the money to be able to put a lot of it into effect. I'm constantly thinking of business ideas. I just need to start getting some investment into my businesses. But it's hard to start a business when you're trying to get your life ahead, dude. Like I've said a couple of times, I'm living in my camper trying to get out of it. I can't. Every time I get caught up on bills, I have to fix something on my truck or the camper. This is not a cheap life, especially when your camper and truck are both on a loan. This life ain't cheap. I thought it was going to be a lot cheaper when I first started doing it, but it's not. It's super expensive. Have to put fuel in the generator every single day. Propane. I can't even use my propane right now because I have a propane leak in the trailer, and I got to figure out where that's coming from so that way I can use less money by not having to put fuel in the generator every night. But I'm putting fuel in the generator every night so I can run a space heater. Brittany said, "You're welcome. You seemed a little stressed when I first got here, so I'm happy to have relieved some of that stress. You work hard. You probably had a long day. You don't need to come on live and deal with and hear bullshit from strangers." I agree. I 100% agree. That's why I give them a chance, and if they don't calm down and start being respectful, they just get booted. It's not worth dealing with stress and trying to impact my mental health. I dealt with a lot of stuff with my mental health for a long time, and that's part of why I go to the gym every single day, is because going to the gym makes my mental health honestly a lot better. Like a few years ago, I tried taking my life, and right after that is when I really started going to the gym every single day, and I was like, I'm either gonna do this again or I'm gonna change my mindset. And I changed my mindset, and it was hard, really hard. I had such a negative mindset before. Some days I find myself slipping back into it, and I go to the gym and fight it and fight it, until I feel like that I can be a normal human being and not want to slip into the darkness. I think it's something a lot of us struggle with, though, is not slipping into the darkness. We all have to have, for me, like I said, it's the gym, but some people, it's other things. Music's another thing that I do that helps me relieve a lot of the darkness. I would love to release more music, but the beats are so expensive and everything. I can't afford to keep releasing music at the time, so I'm mostly focusing on bodybuilding. Here in the next few months or so, I'd like to get my studio set back up and start making music again, but right now I'm just focusing on bodybuilding. I both lift and do cardio. I'm a big believer in cardio. Everyone needs to do a little bit of cardio here and there. Should be doing about 20 minutes a day, but if not, I'd say at least 3 to 5 times a week. Do cardio at least 20 minutes. It's so good for your body. It's so good for your heart. It helps boost your heart, and not just boost your heart, but it helps lower your heart rate and makes you have a healthier heart by moving all the time. Lifting, that's mostly what I do for bodybuilding. I do a lot of calisthenics too, but for someone like me who struggles to gain weight, you need to eat a lot and lift a lot to be able to gain the weight to be able to compete in a bodybuilding show. Like I just said, I make music, and music's a big thing that I use to help me deal with my mental health. A lot of my songs are about breakups because that's when some of my mental health is the worst, is right after a breakup. But I have other ideas for songs that I want to do too. I have a bunch written, I just don't have the instrumentals to make those songs. So that's where we're at with music. Is it's a slow process, slow, expensive process. I love making music, but it's so expensive to do it. That's how I started writing music. Was writing poetry, and then it's turned into music over the years. I still have a couple of poems that are really good. Most of my music starts out as a poem, and then it'll get refined into a song. I love poetry, though. Poetry's a lot of fun. Alright, you guys, I've been on here for an hour. I appreciate everybody. I gotta go to work early in the morning. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your night. And I will try and go live tomorrow night. I can't promise it, but I will try and go live around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier since I won't be working 2 jobs and I'll be home a lot earlier. Camo Silva, I appreciate that. I will. I will. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Peace. I love everybody. How the fuck do I end this? There we go. Good night, everybody.